think. All right. Hopefully you guys can see and hear us. We're going live here today to tell you about the Healthy Soil Summit that we'll be hosting on August 25th and 26th. So my name is Rachel Wobeter, and I'm the events manager at Acres U.S.A. And I'm joined with my colleague.
Hi guys, this is Sarah de Levesque, and I head up events for Acres U.S.A.
Yeah, and we are working behind the scenes to put together an event that will match the experience that you can have in person. Of course, we would all love to be in California later this month, but with COVID-19 and all the challenges that it presents, this is our safest option. So we're really looking forward to doing this virtual event with you. It's still going to be 2 whole days. So it starts on August 25th, and it's 9 to 12:30 on each day. And so the next day, Wednesday, August 26th, we'll start again at 9. And we also have a little addition to our agenda for the event. We're going to do some soil innovation hours where you get a chance to register and meet with people who you really want to learn from, certain topics. If you want to learn about humic acid, if you want to learn about composting, if you want to learn about any particular topic that our partners have to share, we are going to do an hour each day. And that is actually free to the public. So if you haven't bought a ticket but want to get a little taste, you can do that. Yeah, and you can find all the full agenda on our website, which is soil.acresusa.com. Yeah, so we want to get on and just kind of make sure you understand what a virtual event is going to be like, since this is new to most people, although I think you may have had a chance to jump on some virtual events by now, since everyone is transitioning. So yeah, Sarah, tell us a little bit about what they're gonna experience each day, what kinds of things will happen throughout their day. Are they just gonna sit in front of the screen the whole time, or what's gonna happen?
Well, like Rachel said, we've been working hard to kind of create an experience that best replicates what you get in person. We know it will be different because you will be in front of a screen, but we're really trying to recreate both the content, but also the engagement that you get with both our speakers and with other attendees for the event. So I can tell you that there will be a lot going on, but you will register for the event and you will get one link that will get you into the event, and there won't be a lot of switching around. We're going to do all that back end stuff for you. We will have presentations, great lineup of speakers, which I'll get into in just a minute. But you will come in and there'll be presentations from our keynote to other experts in the field. And then you'll also have the opportunity to ask them questions. So you'll be able to do that through chat functions and throughout their talks. So we'll collect those and make sure our speakers can actually respond to you directly. You'll also be able to chat with other members who are of the audience who are also there, and some great conversations and connections can be built there as well. So we have those, which are our sessions, and that's how you'll engage with our speakers and gain all this great knowledge that we always like to offer at our events. But there'll also be opportunities to connect in other ways with the rest of the audience. So we have short networking sessions. Those are little tiny Zoom rooms that you will be thrown into, and we mean that in the most delicate way. We will direct you into them. You won't have to do anything, but we will put you with other people in that room so you can get to know them just a little bit, see what kind of connections and overlaps you might have, and really start facilitating those relationships you get when you come to an event. In addition to that, we have some breakout discussions, and those will be small groups. So we're thinking 6 or 7 or 8 people, and they'll be on specific topics related to the content that we have, and will really allow you to get, again, more of that dialogue going with other people. So you'll get to know the people, but also get to hear other people's perspectives and really share your own perspectives too. So lots of different ways to engage. The other way that Rachel mentioned was also in these soil innovation hours that happen after the plenary content on day 1 and before the plenary content on day 2. Those will be a separate registration, free to anybody, but because they'll all be in different little virtual rooms, you will register for them separately, and all that information will be on our website below the agenda.
Yeah.
That was a little logistics.
Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, I think what she is definitely highlighting is that, you know, you're not gonna just be seeing a speaker and that is kind of your whole experience. You actually are gonna be able to see face to face, yet through a screen, the other attendees, which is something that we know our Acres audience really values. meeting other farmers, having those conversations, hopefully, conversations that can continue after this event, just like they would at an in-person event. So we wanted to talk real quick about some of our speakers. We're super excited. We've been interacting with them virtually, and they're just totally pumping us up, giving us a lot of inspiration about why we're doing this event. It becomes so tricky sometimes when you're having to switch everything and go virtual, but seeing these folks, every other day and learning how they're, doing their regenerative farming has really been inspiring to us. So yeah, our keynote speaker, which is going to be on the first day, is Klaus Martens. And yeah, Sarah, do you want to tell us a little bit about him?
Yeah, I had a very in-depth conversation with him last week. I am so excited for you all to learn from him. He is amazing. If you have not heard from him, you are in for a treat. An organic farmer working in New York, has a lot of acreage, and runs just has learned a lot. Not only learned a lot, but studied a lot of authors, and I mean, he's just a wealth of information. He's going to share it all with you as much as he can in this the time that we're allotting him. But he's going to start with this question of what is soil health. Yes, it might seem a little bit simple for a soil health event, but he's going to answer this a little differently than you've probably heard before. And I'll tell you what, there is not a silver bullet answer, according to Klaus. And what he's going to do is really ask you guys, what would happen if you left a field that had been heavily farmed for quite a while? What would happen to that field if you left it alone for years, in year 1, in year 3, in year 10? And then he's going to ask you to look at what's going on in your own soil. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot from what an empty field would, if a field left deserted, would do. And then you'll be able to apply that to your field. So he really wants to look at, okay, so what are the plants, what are your crops and your weeds doing? And what does that tell you about what's going on in your soil? And from that, you'll be able to change your management strategies, and it will give you a little bit more about what you need to do to enhance your soil health. And again, it's going to be different for every single piece of land. He's amazing and inspiring to talk to. So he will be with us for an hour-long keynote, including Q&A with all you all. And then he'll be available also afterwards for another Q&A session to make sure, because he has so much to share.
Yeah, we kind of added that extra Q&A that's going to happen at the end of the first day, because we just knew you guys would want to keep the conversation going. And then we have another speaker, Nicole Masters, and we actually recently just did a live podcast with her, which you can find on YouTube. And I think we have our colleague who's going to try to put a link here at the bottom in the comments. So please check that out. But yeah, what is Nicole Masters going to talk about, Sarah? I think we have her session called Turning Your Soil On.
Yes, a little risque, but and she intentionally made it so, but it's actually really interesting. So she's doing a lot of work and has spoken about this topic before, but it's just fascinating because there's this thing we're learning that weeds respond to signaling proteins. And so understanding these signals and what they're telling can help you turn your soil signals on and off to help you control your weeds. And so she's really going to go into that and talk a little bit more about that. That'll be fascinating in and of itself. I know she will also be available for Q&A throughout her presentation. So we'll have some pauses and make sure that we listen to our audience and get your questions answered. But she's just a wealth of information anyways. Do go check out the webcast that we did with her last week. Our editor, Ben Trollinger, had a fascinating conversation with her, and I guarantee it'll get you excited to hear more from her at our event.
Yeah. So yeah, just a quick reminder, if you haven't already got your ticket, we encourage you to do that soon so you can save your spot. You can get your tickets at soil.acresusa.com. And actually this year, our tickets are half price. So if you attended last year, you can get in at a bargain price. We are, just excited to be able to offer this to folks who we usually host this event in California. So now we have folks from New Zealand and across the world who are able to engage with us. So as much as we wish we were in person, there are some cool advantages from going virtual, from a reduced ticket price to just really being able to engage with farmers across the world. And yeah, just another quick reminder, the virtual event is really going to be kind of a one-click option for you. It's not going to be too difficult to maneuver through. There's really going to be just a couple ways you can interact with us. You can send us your questions. We will be able to see each other But yeah, we just have this chat function that we can communicate with. And other than that, we'll make sure we get you to the right places, and you can engage with your fellow attendees and see our speakers. So yeah, we're really excited to bring this event to you. Again, it's on August 25th and 26th virtually. And yeah, thanks for joining us. Anything else you'd like to add, Sarah?
Maybe just one thing to the value of registering for this event, and that is that we get this question a lot, which is why it came up, which is, are the recordings going to be available? And I will say, yes, everybody who registers for this event will also have access to the recordings afterwards, so you can dive back in and listen to this content forever. It'll be yours. And the benefit of that, and the benefit with registration, is that it's going to be, the best price for that is going to be with registration for this event. So we encourage you to register for the event and also get the value of participating in the Q&As and the breakouts and all the engagement that we have going on the 25th and 26th.
Yeah, awesome. Great point. All right. Well, please keep your questions going down in the comments. We'll keep an eye on that, and we hope to see you on August 25th and 26th. Thanks for joining.